This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Is that me?
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Oh, that's
Orders
me.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Okay.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
We've been made
Stanley
exactly for this job.
Was happy.
Aww. Stanley's happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh no.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Not a single
No one
order.
had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
No one said hi.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
clearly
frozen
wrong.
solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Oh no.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Wait. Oh, we can play. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where are my coworkers? I love dad. Oh, number one dad. Never mind. All right, great.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh wait. Oh look. I've gotten on top of the thing. Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure
that was pretty
and its
insightful.
examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yes.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Thank you.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh, are you sick of this gag yet? Yes or no? I'm sick of it.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit.
Do they want me to quit?
These points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable
He's
to act
literally
on your
reading
own
my
desires
mind.
to
Fuck.
restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley.
I like this. This is actually
Who
good.
people considered so manly.
Oh.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
True.
What
true.
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful
Give it a look out of
way.
here.
But his brain had long ceased to function.
Oh.
Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
Okay, never mind. Okay, let begin the game again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Can you go out of here? Probably not. What's on a computer? Nothing? Alright. Where's the meeting room? Is this the meeting room? Oh, it's not the meeting room. Is this a meeting room? Nope. What's that? Alright, I think we have to... Where's the meeting room at? Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Door on my left. All right. They shut the door on me. What the fuck? All right. Oh, that's scary. Oh! Wait! Okay, never mind. Okay, I thought it was
Yet
different.
there was not a single person here either.
Oh, no.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Using slides to assure that you can please... To assure and please that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will... Everyone is unique. You most of all. Thank you, game. We have our new product. Grab about things plus money. Alright, I think we... I don't think we can go back, can we? Nope. Oh, broom closet room.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Alright, sorry. I didn't mean to.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is downstairs. Motherfucker. It scared me a little bit, you little shit. Where the fuck are we?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He
Nope,
considered the
I couldn't.
possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Why is
He
it
might
not
be fired
going on for so
that.
long?
And in such a competitive economy, why had he
Hi,
taken
Uncle. Love
that
the original
risk?
game. Hope you like this
All
one.
because
I've
he
never played the
believed
original game.
everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe.
Trash,
he
how
thought
are
to
you? I'm
himself,
good, Marcy. How are
maybe
you?
I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
It was
None of
Thanos.
it made any logical
It must have been
sense.
Thanos.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For
Like?
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Exactly.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
It's a game.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Which
Why
is?
is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
True.
Now the voice was describing itself.
I'm scared to go to the
being
next
considered
room.
by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
It's
And while he thought it all
Thoughtception.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
it's
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not
It
see him
must be.
float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Yes.
That this was a dream.
this.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake
He
up.
felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Huh?
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
It's all I want.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I am okay.
I'm not okay. Our eyes are opened. And we're still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. Oh. Did we lose?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much
Is that a
she knew.
Stanley?
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that
Everybody
moment,
knows.
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
This
It
game's
was
gonna fuck with
comforting
my
to think
head.
this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And
she
then
left?
she turned and ran.
Wait. She fucking left. Alright. So we just start over
Stanley
now?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We will go up. We will go up. We will go up this time. Alright. We clearly have been misbehaving. We should not have been
When
misbehaving.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Oh, what the fuck, you little fucking ass. You piece of shit.
Yet there was not a single
Alright,
person
we gotta
here
go.
either.
We gotta go up the stairs.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. What's that thing? Alright, we can't click it. Wait, what the fuck? What? Business strategy. Kill pandas? Oh, that's fucking... Chat, did we go back? Or do we go... Do we go to the boss or do we go in here? Do we go into the elevator or do we listen? Oh, I think we should listen. Okay, we're gonna listen. Do we listen?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
The penis on the
stunned to
table?
discover
Where?
not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened
Mr.
passageway.
Lucky. Wait, huh? Wait. Wait, what did he say? Oh my god, look at this shit. Alright, we're gonna go down. Wait, we're not going down? Oh, it's an elevator. All right. All right, we did it. We did it.